Welcome again to Shelf Life Online. I'd like to present you with two nonfiction books today for your consideration in future book purchases. The very first one is How to Lose Everything by Christa Couture. This is published by Douglas & McIntyre and it retails for $26.95. Christa Couture is a well-known Canadian musician and a radio personality. And this is her story. She details how a lot of very bad things have happened to her, but through it all she has a resilience. The very first thing happened when she was out with her family. She noticed a little lump on her leg, and she was 13 years old at the time, and was first thought that it was maybe a spider bite. She went to one doctor, and they really didn't think it was anything serious. But as it got worse, she went to another doctor, a child specialist, and they found it was a tumor near the fibula. As a result, they decided to amputate part of her leg. So at 13 years old, she had to learn how to walk with an artificial leg. And other things have happened. She discusses her first pregnancy resulted in the birth of her child, and it only lived for one day. And she talks in detail about dealing with this pain and sorrow of losing a child. Later, when another child was born, it was born with a heart defect, and it finally got a heart transplant, and it didn't live very long, and this second baby died at just slightly under 1 year of age. The book is filled with very sad moments. She's had bad relationships, and she had problems with her thyroid. She had a thyroidectomy, and it was first thought she would never sing again. So she has experienced a lot of negatives in her life, but in the book she talks about it in very honest, open terms. She does not ask for sympathy, she does not ask for pity, but it will serve as inspiration for others who may have gone through similar problems in life. So How to Lose Everything is a winner of a book. So if you're looking for a book that will inspire you, especially on days if you think something bad's happened to you and the world is against you, you will find this a very upbeat and uplifting book. So check it out. The next book that you might find of interest is The Lincoln Conspiracy by Brad Meltzer and Josh Mentz. If the name Brad Meltzer sounds familiar, he is especially known for his thriller series of books. He writes very well, and Shelf Life has always enjoyed Brad Meltzer's fiction books. But here he takes on a serious topic. This is a look at the conspiracy to try and kill Abraham Lincoln. Now, of course, this was long before John Wilkes Booth actually killed Lincoln. But this book, by the way, is published by Flatiron Books, and it retails for $39.99. There was a conspiracy to kill him after he was the president elect to take over from James Buchanan. Now, there were groups known as the Knights of the Golden Circle and National Volunteers, and they were sort of the precursors to the Ku Klux Klan. Now, they were upset that he had anti-slavery views, and they did not like the fact that black people were going to get special rights now, and so they made it their life goal to kill Lincoln before he could arrive at his inauguration. So Alan Pinkerton of the Pinkerton Agency was hired, and he was going to make sure that Lincoln got to Washington for the inauguration in one piece. Now, he also had in his employment a lady, Kate Warner, and she became the first female detective. So they were to accompany Lincoln on the train ride from Illinois to Washington. But it was in Baltimore that the organizations plotted to kill Lincoln during the stop in Baltimore. So how they got around this was they had Lincoln disguised totally, that no one knew that Lincoln was on that train. So that's how he escaped through Baltimore, and that's how he got to Washington for his eventual inauguration. Now, the book is very rich in history and detail. So if you are a history buff, and if you like U.S. presidential history, you will especially find this book of great value and interest. It is very thoroughly done. There's lots of notes there in the back. So, but if you're seeking out a book on, like I said, history and presidential history, you cannot go wrong with the Lincoln Conspiracy. So anyways, those are the two books this week. So hopefully you're enjoying Shelf Life Online. I'm doing my best. And get your friends to tune in too if they're book lovers. And as always, as I've said before, please feel free to comment. I take negative comments. I take positives, which I love more than negatives. So anyways, thanks again for listening. And as always, stay safe out there, and we'll see you real soon. Bye for now.